Type winds.
That?
Jackie, right?
Yeah.
As we watch again the video, that is pretty wild, just flying across the street. And we have to worry about winds, certainly not 93, 94 miles per hour, fortunately.
Right, thankfully, but the wind gusts will be quite strong out there tomorrow afternoon, evening. Also could even see some stronger wind gusts early on in the morning as a cold front slides through. But I want to talk about that cold front too, because it's going to be battling it out, trying to push out this warmer air that we've been seeing the last couple of days. Today, though, was the warmer of the 2 days, especially in D.C. when we had that high temperature into the upper 50s. Now tomorrow won't be nearly that warm unless you count the high temperature we observe early tomorrow morning ahead of the cold front. But then we see falling temperatures behind it. But behind that front, back out towards the west, much colder out towards Chicago, St. Louis. Look up towards Minneapolis and also over towards North Dakota, Lincoln. I mean, we're talking 1 degree at this point in time. Right now in the district, we're right into those middle 40s. Likely going to see those temperatures climb up just slightly into tomorrow morning before taking a tumble. But right now, tracking some scattered light rain across the area, trying to fill its way in. But yes, that cold front out ahead of it. We do have some embedded downpours, possibility of some thunder and lightning as that cold front progresses across the area tomorrow morning. So let's talk about the timing. Later on tonight, still has some showers around. These eventually start to move their way off towards the north and east. We do have a brief break, and then we have that main event with that cold front pushing through with some embedded downpours. Notice out ahead of it, we have those winds mainly out of the south, temperatures starting off in those 50s. Then once that cold front starts to push in, the winds shift to mainly out of the west. We still have some showers around through at least mid to late morning before those slide out, and we should see mainly dry conditions for much of the area under partly sun-filled skies into your Friday afternoon, aside from back out towards the mountains region where we could see some snow showers ongoing through the day tomorrow. So heads up out towards Garrett County, but the rest of the area, we will notice those plummeting temperatures and also notice that with that wind, it's going to feel much colder. And we could see those gusts in excess of 45 miles per hour for parts of the area, which is why we do have some wind advisories. We also have some high wind warnings to talk about. So wind advisory for D.C., Northern Virginia, as well as parts of Maryland, up towards Hagerstown, up and down the I-81 corridor for gusts that could reach 45 miles per hour or slightly higher. Then right along the spine of the Blue Ridge and back out towards western Maryland and parts of the eastern panhandle. We'll talk about that high wind warning. Could see gusts up to 60 miles per hour in those areas. So yes, thankfully not nearly as strong as what they dealt with back out towards Colorado. But again, we could see some tree limbs down or also some downed trees. Power outages are possible. So again, just want to give that heads up about that, and also hope that any of your holiday decorations, any of those outdoor holiday decorations are secure. Looking ahead towards tomorrow afternoon, evening, I'll say between 3 and 5 p.m. we do see that peak of some of those wind gusts upwards of 40 miles per hour for much of the area. But we do have that a brief moment in time early tomorrow morning, right when that cold front is sliding through, where those gusts could be on the stronger side as well. Here's a view of the rest of that 7-day outlook. Thankfully, quieter conditions for this upcoming weekend. I know a lot of people have travel plans. Saturday, we're talking about highs, middle 40s, less wind, partly sun-filled skies. Sunday, winter solstice, highs should be right around 50. It'll be a bit breezy. Behind that, we do see temperatures back into the upper 30s. Monday, behind another frontal boundary moving through. We see 40s Tuesday, warming up slightly. Wednesday, Thursday for the holiday. Christmas Eve, highs low 50s also should be into lower 50s on Christmas Day.